Okay, Chief, we're going to make a real old-fashioned soup because, you know, a lot of Italian soups use eggs. They have eggs mixed into the soup.
And you see it curdle, too, when they put it in.
Right, and that's exactly what we're going to get here, something that looks a little bit like scrambled eggs.
Exactly.
So you want to start, this is a chicken soup made with low-sodium canned chicken broth. You can buy it in the grocery store. And it's going to have zucchini and Parmigiano Reggiano cheese, which we know is the real Parmesan cheese. We've got some of this grated up, and then we're going to add some eggs, and at the end, like you added parsley to your chicken soup there, we're going to add some fresh basil. And the trick is, even though this is a really simple recipe, you want to keep the ingredients pure and fresh. And we've got some olive oil on the stove already. We're going to cook the zucchini in the olive oil, and then when that gets soft, then we're going to add our chicken broth, which, as I told you, is canned because we're trying to keep this simple and fast for people, and really this is a soup that you can do in just about 10 minutes because it's not going to take the zucchini very long. Boy, this kitchen is really well equipped for being in a courthouse.
Well, very simple kitchen, just to get things done. And ready on this?
Yeah, get that in there.
And your, is this your?
Yeah.
Okay.
And while you're stirring that around, you want to give that a little bit of salt, pepper. So here's the salt and pepper. Now while you're doing that, we're going to make the egg part of this because that has to cook down in the broth just until the zucchini is soft, but not mushy. You don't have to give this any salt because you've got it in the cheese. You whisk it up, and then we want to add about 1/3 of a cup or so of grated Parmigiano Reggiano. So while that's cooking down, we've got some fresh basil here. And Chief, I'm going to have you just take some of this basil and do a little chiffonade of it.
We can do that.
That's going to go at the end. So fresh basil.
We can do that.
And I'm hearing this sizzle, so I'm going to go back here and just give a gander at seeing what's happening here. Okay. This is looking really nice. And there are many variations of this. If you wanted to throw in, let's say at the end, whole cherry tomatoes, that really looks pretty. You know, you just put the cherry tomatoes in whole. And when you add the broth, make sure that it's hot because then it doesn't bring down the temperature of everything else in the pot. So you want hot chicken broth if you can keep it hot, that's great. So you want about 4 cups, so I'm going to cover now. Cover the zucchini.
There's your 4 cups.
Yep, with the broth. Now we cover this and we let this go. That's really hot because we've kept it on a hot burner there, so pick it up. We're going to cover that and let that go for about 5 minutes. After that, we're going to take the cover off. We're going to whisk in this cheese mixture and the basil, and voila, it's ready to eat.